Are you looking for the best outdoor security cameras? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best outdoor security cameras on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Arlo Pro 5 Battery. Crystal clear footage day or night, speedy load times for the live feed, and a smart notification system make the Arlo Pro 5 our favorite outdoor security camera. It connects directly to Wi-Fi, has a wide 160-degree field of view, and records at up to 2K resolution with HDR. Your feed won't look blown out when there's a light source in the frame. There's also a choice of color night vision or spotlight, which uses an integrated light to illuminate the scene. Two-way audio is clear and relatively lag-free, and there's a built-in siren. Over months of testing, it has mostly proven to be consistent and reliable. I very occasionally observe long loading times and a slight lag, 2 to 3 seconds, on the live feed. Arlo technical support was unable to help. The first issue seemed to resolve itself, possibly a firmware upgrade, but the lag comes and goes. Arlo claims up to 8 months of battery life, but this depends entirely on how busy it is. Mine needed a charge after less than 4 months. It has an easy-to-use app, and the camera filters motion alerts by people, animals, vehicles, and packages. The notification system is swift and accurate, offering animated previews and screenshots with highlighted subjects that are easy to read even on a smartwatch screen. The catch? You need an Arlo Secure plan, $8 per month for a single camera, $13 per month for unlimited cameras, to make the most of these features, and it also gets you 30 days of cloud video history. HomeKit support requires an Arlo base station and an Apple Home Hub. This camera is called the Pro 5S in some regions. Number 2. EufyCam S3 Pro Battery. If you're willing to spend more, the EufyCam S3 Pro is an impressive system that boasts on-device AI detection for people, pets, and vehicles, as well as face recognition. While it's not as accurate as Google Nest's Familiar Faces feature, it works on-device and does a reasonably good job of identifying faces you've tagged. Video resolution goes up to 4K, and these cameras have built-in solar panels to keep their batteries topped up. There's also 16 GB of local storage, expandable up to 16 TB, on the connected Homebase S380 hub. Footage is extremely detailed at the highest resolution, and the app is feature-packed, enabling you to set detection zones, tweak sensitivity, and have two-way conversations. This system is more expensive than most home security cameras and might be overkill for some people. You need a fast and reliable internet connection for the cameras if you want to record in 4K. Eufy has vastly improved the color night vision for the S3 Pro compared to its predecessor, the EufyCam 3, 8 out of 10, Wired recommends, and added a radar sensor for improved motion detection. Sadly, the low frame rate can still lead to blurring and choppiness. I wish Eufy would increase the frame rate on its cameras. They are generally limited to 15 frames per second. Facial recognition is the real attraction you won't find elsewhere without cloud processing, and it does cut down on the need to review videos when you get an alert. If you want cloud storage, it starts at $3 per month for a single camera. This system does have HomeKit support, but remember that it will limit your resolution to 1080p. Number 3. Eufy SoloCam S3 Battery. This versatile outdoor security camera combines many of our favorite features into a single set-and-forget device. The main lens has a 135-degree field of view and records crisp, clear video at 2880 by 1620. It is paired with a telephoto lens that gives you 3x zoom in the center of the frame. It goes up to 8x hybrid zoom. This is also a pan and tilt camera, so you can pan through 360 degrees and tilt through 70 degrees. The battery is good for up to 3 months, but it also comes with a solar panel you can fit to the top of the camera or locate nearby. It even has 8 GB of storage built in for local recordings. Eufy's app and alerts are quite good, though I sometimes found it took a few seconds to load the live feed. There is onboard AI for human and vehicle detection, and this camera can track subjects and return to fixed preset positions. I found it worked fairly well, but it does identify my cat as a human quite often. The default video frame rate is 15, which can lead to blurring and choppiness, especially for fast-moving subjects. Configurable activity zones and detection sensitivity allow you to reduce false positives. It also has a spotlight and two-way audio, though the sound quality is not great. This camera can be hooked up to Eufy's Homebase S380, sold separately, for up to 16 terabytes of storage, and you can get cloud storage starting from $3 per month for a single camera. Number 4. Ezviz H8 Pro. You may need several security cameras to cover an area, but the Ezviz H8 Pro offers an alternative solution. It can pan 340 degrees horizontally and tilt 80 degrees vertically. The H8 Pro is an imposing, sphere-shaped camera that connects via Wi-Fi or Ethernet, and the versatile L-shaped bracket lets you attach it to an overhanging portion of the roof or to a wall. It can handle bad weather, but you must run a cable to a power outlet, as it has no battery. Screw open the panel to reveal the microSD card slot for cards up to 512 GB in size, sold separately, enabling you to keep recordings local. The Ezviz app is a little clunky but loads the end-to-end encrypted feed quickly. The video resolution is 2K and captures plenty of detail. The on-device person detection is consistently accurate. There's two-way audio, though it can sound quite distorted. The black and white night vision is crisp, and it switches on two spotlights for color footage when it detects motion. Sadly, there's no HDR, so it struggles with mixed lighting, but at up to 30 frames per second, it captures moving subjects clearly. Cloud storage with Ezviz Cloud Play is optional but pricey, starting at $4 monthly for a single camera and just 7 days of video. Annoyingly, you must set the camera position back on the view you want after panning around, but you can save several preset locations as shortcuts. It can also track moving subjects and will return to the last used preset when the subject moves out of frame. The H8 Pro is almost identical to the C8W Pro, $130, which it replaces here. If 1080p footage is enough for you, we also tested and liked the cheaper C8C, $70, though it lacks the tracking capability. Number 5. Reolink Altas PT Ultra. We already have a couple of pan and tilt cameras listed here, but Reolink's Altas PT Ultra scores a recommendation with a unique trick. This battery-powered camera supports continuous recording in up to 4K resolution. It can pan 355 degrees and tilt 90 degrees, supports Wi-Fi 6, 2.4 or 5 GHz, and has a versatile L-shaped bracket for installation on a wall or roof. It is bulkier than your average security camera because of the whopping 20,000 mAh battery. The optional solar panel will keep it topped up if you live somewhere sunny enough, but when I tested the continuous recording in the gloomy winter of Scotland, the camera needed regular weekly charging. You can record locally to a microSD card, Reolink Home Hub, or opt for cloud storage starting from $3.50 per month. The continuous recording captures low frame rate footage, 5 frames per second by default, but you can select 1, 2, or 10, and the camera kicks up to its full frame rate when motion is detected, but it only maxes out at 15 frames per second. The 10 pre-recorded seconds on each clip can be handy, and the footage is generally crisp and clear, though the camera could benefit from HDR to prevent bright areas from blowing out. The color night vision is very good if there's at least a little light, and there's a spotlight if you prefer. The two-way audio can be a little laggy, but the live stream usually loads quickly, and the camera sends accurate alerts. It can recognize people, vehicles, and animals and automatically track them before returning to its starting position. For folks who can't install a wired camera but want to make sure they don't miss the start of an event, Reolink's Altas PT Ultra could be the answer. Number 6. Reolink Argus 4 Pro. Covering an area with a single camera can be tricky, and pan and tilt cameras are not always quick enough to follow the action. This dual-lens camera from Reolink stitches two views together for a full 180-degree view capable of covering the entire side of a building or multiple entry points. Calling this 4K is a stretch since Reolink is stitching together two 2K video feeds to give you a panoramic 120x 1440 pixel resolution, but the video is crisp, and the color night vision is impressive. You can record locally to a microSD card, not supplied, or snag the more secure Reolink Home Hub for inside your home. I like that you can use the camera without creating an account, and the support for FTP and NAS is rare. Cloud storage is also an option starting from $3.50 per month. Connectivity was rock solid thanks to support for dual-band Wi-Fi 6. You can set motion zones, tweak sensitivity, and filter for people, animals, and vehicles. There is a 300 lumen spotlight, siren, and two-way audio. Sadly, fast-moving subjects are problematic because the frame rate is limited to 15 frames per second, and the camera can be slow to trigger a recording. The narrow vertical field of view can also miss action directly beneath it. You need the supplied solar panel because the battery drains quickly, but it is kinda big and ugly. The wide view also makes it a little tough to review footage on your phone. You have to use landscape orientation. Minor issues aside, for folks with a wide area to cover and a preference for keeping things local, the Argus 4 Pro is uniquely well suited.